that I've reviewed all 5 seasons of Stranger Things, it's time to rank them against each other and see where they land, because honestly, this might be one of the best TV shows of all time, and it would be criminal not to rank these. So let's get started from my least favorite to probably one of the best seasons of television ever made. So at number 5, I'm going to say Season 2. Season 2 is a great season, don't get me wrong, but I feel like all of the not great parts about the first season are just amplified even more here. It kind of drags on. The Mind Flayer plotline is pretty interesting, I will say that, but that's kind of what carries the show. Like, I feel like some of the characters in this season start to go downhill. Like, this is where Jonathan starts to go downhill. Not a big fan of him after season 2. And I'm also not a big fan of Nancy after this season either. I think this is the last season where she's a good character. But aside from that, I think this is a good season. Again, the Mind Flayer plot is really well done. And that finale is great, but, I mean, what were they thinking with the Lost Sister? That was not a good choice at all. Coming in at number 4, Season 5. This is the newest one, and sadly, this will be the last season we ever have of Stranger Things, which is very sad because this is the note that Stranger Things goes out on, and to be honest, it's not a great one. So I did like the first 4 or 5 episodes of this show, but I think where it starts to go downhill is episode 7, and then when you get to that finale, it's like everything is finally getting the payoff that you've been waiting for the entire season, and I was genuinely thinking, like, what are people saying? This is a good finale. I like this. What are they doing wrong? And then we get to that last scene where they introduce that Eleven might be alive out there somewhere. And I was like, come on, just like, that doesn't make any sense in my mind. Like, I understand kind of that they wanted to leave it ambiguous, but a series finale, like the entire show's finale, is not the time to leave something ambiguous. I'm sorry. Coming in at number 3, though, Stranger Things Season 3. This is a great season, and I do think it is a step up in quality from season 5. But the thing that hurts this season is the characters. They're so overly cartoonish, especially Hopper, and Mike is honestly kind of unlikable in this season, and I see why Hopper didn't like him to begin with. But aside from that, the Mind Flayer plotline, so much better than season 2. I love it. I do wish we got to spend a little bit more time with Billy while he wasn't possessed by the Mind Flayer, but, I mean, it's okay. But that sacrifice that Billy has at the end does go hard. I really like it, but I just think it would have been slightly better if we got to spend some more time with the real Billy here and there. And I also do really like that they took Eleven's powers away for the end, because at the end of season 2, I was like, all right, this is the last time I'm going to let them get away with solving the problem by having Eleven scream and go "Bah!" at the camera. Because it's okay the first time, but when you do it 2 times in a row, it kind of gets stale. So I do like that they took away her powers for that finale so that they had to do things themselves and couldn't rely on Eleven's powers for it. That was a great thing to do. And the sauna test, such a good episode. I love that episode. And then Battle at Starcourt Mall, I think that's the name of it. Such a good season finale. Honestly, I think that if they would have wrapped up a few more loose ends, that could have been the season finale, or like the entire show's finale. But they wanted 2 more seasons to finish telling the story, and I understand that. Coming in at number 2, this will definitely be a hot take, Season 1. I know that a lot of people think Season 1 is the best season of the show, and I can't argue that. Like, it has all of the best parts of Stranger Things, and there's really not a lot of bad things I can say about this. The only thing I remember thinking bad about it whenever I watched it the first time was that it was kind of hard to get into. And whenever I recommend that show to my friends that like scary stuff, I'm always saying, keep watching through those first 2 episodes, because I do think they're kind of hard to get into, and they kind of burnt me out immediately. But after that, really enjoyed the rest of the season, and episode 7 and 8, everything just starts going crazy for those last 2 episodes, and I can't help but love it. It's like the epitome of what Stranger Things is. There's so many iconic moments in those last 2 episodes, and I love it all. But coming in at number 1, this might surprise a few people, but season 4, one of the best seasons of television ever made. And there's just like so many iconic things that I could like think about with this, like the Eddie Munson guitar solo that he does Master of Puppets. I also love whenever Max is doing the running up that hill scene. I also love whenever Hopper decapitates the Demogorgon. That's such a good moment. Yeah, he decapitates it. Sorry, I was having another brain fart. Um, but yeah, just all in all, a great season. I love it. It's like there's nothing that I dislike about it. So with that, I think that concludes our ranking of the season or of all the seasons. I really thought that was going to be a bit of a longer ranking, but I guess not. So guys, let me know what you want me to cover next because I will be doing 2 videos on the Backrooms, one possibly coming out today, and then another one coming out later. But after that, I do want to do another like horror like franchise or maybe even TV show review series. So let me know what I should do next. I've had a lot of thoughts about Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore. So let me know what you guys want and I'll do it. Bye.